Hello everyone, welcome back to Talking Reds, and Champions League is back once more. Liverpool are back in Europe. Liverpool back in the Champions League, having had a bye because they're coming top of the group stage, but this is the knockout stage now. This is where it gets serious. This is where Liverpool need to turn up. This is where Liverpool do usually turn up. PSG this week is a big game for the Reds, and a very much a PSG team that is absolutely on fire. Absolutely on fire. They're scoring for fun at the moment. A very dangerous attack to come up against, but can Liverpool do it? This Champions League talk episode we're going to be talking about all the Champions League games coming up. Who do I think is going to go through? Who do I think is going to be a surprise package? And we're also going to be talking about Liverpool a little bit towards the end as well. So, Champions League is back, guys, and I'm so excited that we're finally back where we belong, and back seeing Liverpool back in Europe as well. What's everyone's thoughts on the draw, by the way? Because I saw a lot of crying online, like, "Oh, why are we getting PSG? Why are we getting PSG? This format's rubbish." Look, I've not been a massive fan of the format in terms of playing 8 games anyway. However, we're playing PSG because PSG played shit in the group stage. It's as simple as that. It's basically like, imagine the old Champions League format and PSG playing shit in the group stage, but coming second. It's basically like that. We're playing PSG because the players poor. However, we are Liverpool Football Club here. We are Liverpool Football Club, 6-time European winners. Why are we scared of PSG? Why are we saying, "Oh, crying about getting PSG"? Why are we crying about getting PSG? We can beat anyone in the world right now. Not only that, we've got to beat anyone in the world right now. We've got to beat the best to win this competition. It's as simple as that. You can't just skip rounds all the time. You can't just skip teams. You got to play whoever's in front of you. And if we think we're as good as we are, which we are right now, top of the Premier League, top of the Champions League group before, then why are we crying out with PSG? Let's go fucking beat these. Simple as that. Let's go beat these. We're Liverpool Football Club here. So yeah, let's have a look at the other fixtures as well. Obviously, the other tie that we're going to look at is Club Brugge and Aston Villa, because they're the ones that we're going to play in the next round if we go through PSG. So let's have a look at the other. So Borussia Dortmund against Lille. That is a very interesting game because Lille we've seen how stubborn they are. We've played against them ourselves. We did dominate the game, but they're very, very stubborn. They could have got back into it against us, could have got a result against us. And they are a tricky side. Dortmund obviously playing at home first. It's a tricky tie for Dortmund. That's probably looking at them, that's probably the one that's going to go on the radar in terms of being a good tie, because you've got the likes of Madrid derby, Leverkusen, Bayern Munich as a tie. This game, this between Dortmund and Lille, is for me going to go under the radar of being a very, very good tie over both legs. Who do I think is going to go through? That's a different question completely. I think Dortmund got too much going forward than what Lille. I think got much better attack than Lille. I think that is the kind of attack that does get them over the line in ties like this. Lille are certainly going to give it to them. I think they're certainly going to give as good as they got. I mean, they finished really well in the Champions League group stage, but that attack, obviously, Adeyemi, Guirassy up front, who's absolutely having a season of his life. Reina behind, Sabitzer in the middle. Pascal Gross is having a good season as well for having joined from Brighton. I just think Dortmund are going to be too much for Lille over both legs. Dortmund being at home first, I think they've got to win. They've got to win that home first leg. Going to Lille is not an easy task to do, especially this season, unless PSG against them at the moment. PSG absolutely battered them a weekend. But yeah, Dortmund, I think, will go through by a goal. I think it's got goals written all over this tie. I'm going to go 2-1 Dortmund in the first leg. And I think they'll draw in the second leg. But I think he's got goals all over in this tie, and it's certainly going to be a game for neutrals to keep an eye on. But don't let it go under the radar of the other games, because I think it'd be a tasty one. So, next one, PSV against Arsenal. We could possibly face Arsenal in the semi-final if they go through. They got to go through with Madrid's as well. Potentially beating Arsenal. I can't see Arsenal. I don't care how bad they've been going forward, how bad they've been recently, dropping points in the Premier League. They're too good for PSV. And that's no shame on PSV. PSV have done fantastic well and they brilliantly in the last round to get through to here. But defensively wise, I think they concede too many chances for me, PSV. And yeah, Arsenal haven't been creating very much. But I don't think they need to worry about too much about PSV. I think the away leg's going to be tricky. Because if Arsenal... PSV score goals, but Arsenal defensively are absolutely sensational. And when PSV are taking the goals out of it and I think they will probably score at home potentially. But the Arsenal defence is a brilliant defence. It's a brilliant defence. And I just think PSV will struggle against that Arsenal defence. I think they've got to go and do the best at home, see what they can do. Then they go to Emirates and try to get a result as well. But that home leg's key for PSV. If they can't get anything out at home to Arsenal, then I can't see them going to Emirates and getting anything. The Arsenal defence is too good for them. I think PSV will give up chances, and I think Arsenal will take them. I think Arsenal will go through, I won't say comfortably. I think there's a potential chance of PSV getting a result in the first leg, but I think going back to Emirates, I think it'll be job done. And Arsenal probably will go through. So the Madrid derby, yeah, the tasty one. Absolute tasty. And when we did a talk about this, about the potential who could get who, I was speaking about who. I was speaking that the Madrid derby could happen, and the Leverkusen Bayern Munich thing could happen, and it absolutely did. It absolutely came to fruition. Did I talk it into fruition? I've not a clue, but it came to fruition, and the Madrid derby is the one. I think every single neutral will be looking at these fixtures now. Obviously, you got PSG. Liverpool is going to be a spicy one between us and PSG, but the Madrid derby is certainly going to be one everyone wants to keep an eye on. It's always drama in this game. Always drama in this game. Always drama in the La Liga, whether it be Cup, whether it be La Liga. Every time they play each other, it's drama, cards, red cards, goals. It's just an absolute perfect game for neutrals, and this is certainly one I'm excited to. Well, I'll say it's on a different night. So they play tomorrow night, and Liverpool play Wednesday night, so it could be one I'm certainly watching. But then there's also a couple more that look quite tasty. But yeah, the Madrid derby is going to have its viewers. It's going to have its viewers. Who do I think is going to go through? Again, it's another tricky one, you know. Atletico Madrid are doing very, very well. Very, very well this season. Champions League, though, isn't it? Champions League, Real Madrid and Champions League. Mbappe was sensational against City. Bellingham was sensational against City. They've got too much, haven't they, for Atletico in this competition. Atletico will push Barcelona and Real Madrid right to the end of the season, I think, in the La Liga. But in terms of this competition, in terms of Real Madrid right now, and picking form a little bit, they did lose at the weekend against Betis. But in this competition, Real Madrid go through. How they go through, though, I think it could go to extra time. I think it could go to extra time in the second leg. Let me know in the comments about this. I don't know what you guys think at home. Let me know what you think of this tie. Do you think it's the tastiest tie of the round? Do you think Real Madrid might go out? Who knows? We're certainly keeping a slight eye on it as Liverpool fans, because Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid, potentially we could meet in the semi-final. They are on our side of the draw alongside Arsenal. So, yeah, it would be nice to see Real Madrid go out, but we haven't got good record against Atletico Madrid either, because going back to when we won the league, it was Atletico Madrid that knocked us out of the Champions League. But Real Madrid in Champions League, and we don't like facing them at all. At least we don't face them in the final, if we do get to the final, that is. But yeah, I think Real Madrid do go through in extra time in the second leg. Feyenoord Inter, probably the one that not many are going to look out as much. I think Dortmund Lille is a more of a tastier tie than Feyenoord Inter, because Feyenoord in attack are very, very good. They were better last season under Arne Slot. They've not been as particularly as good this season, but they're still very, very good going forward. Again, like PSV, but defensively, they're not there for me. Inter Milan's going to be too much for them. Inter Milan, I think they could have won both legs. I think Inter Milan could win both legs. I really do. I think they're playing very, very well in Serie A. It's a very, very good Serie A, by the way, this year, finally. We're finally getting that sort of 90s Serie A back again where they're all challenging for the title. And Inter Milan are usually the best out of the bunch there right now. I think they're too much for Feyenoord. I think very, very well at the moment. Got a good, very, very good draw against Napoli away, nearly won. I think Feyenoord will come up against it this time. I do. I think it's probably one of the best fixtures they could have got, Feyenoord. But even then, I think Inter Milan will be too much for them anyway. So Inter Milan to win both legs for me and go through to the next round. So then Bayern Munich against Bayer Leverkusen. Wow, another tie I sort of talked into fruition to happen. And Bayer Leverkusen being at home first is certainly interesting. Bayer Leverkusen, Xabi Alonso have got as Bayer Leverkusen absolutely ticking in that league and won the league, deservedly won the league last season. This season, Bayern Munich could come back though. Alessi signing was sensational. Harry Kane, Musiala playing very well as well. This is the tie, I think, that will have the whole of Germany watching. The whole of Germany. They'll forget Dortmund's probably playing with this tie going on. It's certainly a game that it's hard to predict. It's hard to imagine a result, but I think Bayern Munich, again, too much for Leverkusen. Yeah, it's a tie. It's a very, very tricky tie. It really is. I think, especially being at Bayer Leverkusen the second game. I mean, if you look at the recent fixtures against each other, Bayern Munich hasn't beaten them since 2022. 3 years. 3 years in that time. They've drawn, lost in the cup. Drawn at home to them last season. Drawn at home to them season before. Lost away, and beat them at home in 2022. We haven't beaten them in 3 years. 3 years. So that tells you alone there it's as tricky tie as it gets for Bayern Munich. But I think they're playing too well right now. Lucas are playing well as well. They've got an unreal win at the weekend, by the way. I think they beat Frankfurt away. Absolutely battered them. But I think Bayern Munich will come up trumps in this one. Let me know your thoughts. If you think Bayer Leverkusen are going to come through, then let me know in the comments as well. But I think Bayern Munich are going to come up trumps. And I think, like the Madrid derby, I think it's going to go to extra time in the second leg. This has got the writings of a historic game, historic tie between them both. Both at the top of the games, both in the same league. Bayer Leverkusen have had the upper hand in recent history last season. I mean, Bayern will not like that at all. They're usually dominant in their league, usually have it their own way. Bayer Leverkusen and Alonso have come around and said, no, you're not having it your own way anymore. That's why they sets it up for an absolute taster. But I think Bayern Munich will come through over both legs in extra time for me. Let me know if you think anything different. Let me know in the comments. Benfica, Barcelona. Barcelona too good at the moment. Probably the easiest tie to predict for me, including the Inter Feyenoord one. The easiest tie to predict. Barcelona too good at the moment. Barcelona will win convincingly at home and potentially win away as well. But yeah, Barcelona going through. I don't want to say too much about that one because I think it will be as convincing as I'm trying to make it out to be here. Barcelona away first and at home second. I think they'll get a result away, and I think they'll just get the job done again quite easily. PSG Liverpool, the big one for us, guys. The big one for us, PSG Liverpool. Again, why are we crying that we've got PSG? We are the best in the world at the moment. We are best in Europe at the moment. We will beat PSG. We will beat PSG. PSG, and this is not anything against PSG at all. PSG are absolutely flying. They're absolutely flying. They battered Brest in the last game, 7-0 in Champions League. These guys are something to be serious about. Dembele is hitting the form of his life. Barcola's sensational. Yeah, PSG have got a sensational team. Let's not get anything twisted here. That team, that attack, especially Dembele, Ramos, Barcola, And then you got Fabian Ruiz and likes of João Neves, who, by the way, I wanted at Liverpool. João Neves would have been a sensational signing for Liverpool. Unreal team. But Liverpool are just too good at the moment. We're too good at the moment. We're absolutely flying. Mohamed Salah, the best player in the world currently. It's going to be goals. I think there's going to be goals all over it. Both ties, I think. I can't see them. I can't see us keeping a clean sheet either tie. But the way we're playing at the moment and the way likes of Gravenberch, Szoboszlai, McAllister, Salah, well, I just expect us to win. I really expect us to win. I'm confident. I am slightly nervous because it is PSG. They've got a good attack, and I think that's more respect than anything. I do respect teams that are good teams, play well, good football. Enrique's got them absolutely ticking. Probably the perfect manager for them right now. If they want to go on and win Champions League glory, they've got the probably perfect manager for them right now to do so. So if it's PSG's season, it could be this season. And if PSG do beat Liverpool, then they will fancy their chances. But I think we beat them. I think we'll beat them. I do. Anfield second leg is an absolute must, and I'm so happy that we've got Anfield second leg. Anfield second leg in the Champions League can get any team over the line. We've had some poor teams in the past, and it's got them over the line. We might need it, but I think this team doesn't need it. I think we will beat PSG over both legs, and we progress to either face Aston Villa or Club Brugge. And the Club Brugge Aston Villa game, Club Brugge, who we will face in the next round, I think it will be Aston Villa. And that's nothing on Club Brugge. I did say Club Brugge in the last episode. I think Club Brugge could beat Atalanta. They absolutely beat Atalanta, and they've done fantastic to get to the stage that they are. Probably the underdogs of the tournament, obviously. The outsiders of the tournament deserve to be where they are. They've been sensational, but Aston Villa will be too much for them. So I expect Liverpool, Aston Villa to be the next round. And Arsenal against Real Madrid. We'll let the comments decide that one. Who we face in the semi-final if we get through Aston Villa and PSG or Club Brugge. Let me know in the comments who you think we could get in the semi-final. Yeah, I'll let that one up to you guys. Let that one up to you guys. Thank you for watching. Please make sure you do like this video. It would help out massively in the journey that we're on. I've got a big, massive challenge coming up. I'm going to reveal all very, very soon on my challenge on our TikTok. So follow our Talking About TikTok. I'll also get it up here on YouTube Shorts when I do record my message of the challenge that I'm doing. Getting charities in place, hopefully, and it's going to be an incredible challenge. And I hope everyone can get involved, and everyone get involved in the comments. Everyone get involved in the. It can even get involved in the content. It would be fantastic. Thank you for watching. Have a great day, guys. Make sure you do like this video, subscribe to the channel, and get enough.